Okay, so you've gone along and you've quilted your pocket. And I'm now going to show you how to attach the pocket to the quilt. So at the bottom of the pocket, get your two edges, join them together and find the middle of the bottom and place a pin in the middle. Then we need to find the middle of the bottom of the quilt. So this is the bottom. Again, bring your edges together, fold it and place a pin. No big measurements here, we can just put it that way. So I'm going to now place the pocket on the quilt. Now the pocket, when you've got them, I've given you two different embroideries. What will be on the back of the quilt when the quilt's open, you'll see. When you fold the quilt, you will actually see the other side. So whichever one you want, it's no particular order. This one I'm actually going to have it with the pink out, with the black binding against the pink backing of the quilt. And then when you close it as a pillow, it will show the pink binding and the black centerpiece. So I'm going to place this on, matching my pins to pin. And we have, when you sew the pocket on, you have the opening towards the middle of the quilt. So put the pin to pin, and I'm going to pin it. Now you pin it so that the edge of the pocket meets the edge of the binding. If I pin that, you'll see that I've got the pocket edge is matching the edge of the binding. Okay, so grab a few more pins and pin it around. Okay, now the reason, and I'm sure you'd all understand this one, why we would not machine sew this on. If you went and machine sewed this on, guess what shows through on the front of your lovely quilt? The seam marks where your bobbin is. So we can hand sew this on using the good old needle and thread. Okay, so when you get your needle and thread, don't have the thread too long, because as you put it through the layers of the quilt and the pocket, it will actually wear the thread, and it can break halfway through using it if you've got a really long piece. Very frustrating. But so just have a shorter piece that you're able to use more efficiently. Put a knot in the bottom, and you're going to slip stitch. And this is why I left that gap on the side of the pocket, because as I'm hand sewing it, you can turn this through. So make the seam in there. Now what you can do too is just trim off a bit of excess of the wadding, so it's not such a bulky fold, and just match your sewing, your machine sewing, the seams on that with your seams on the pocket. Okay, and then give it a pin. I'm going to pin it there. So then as I'm hand stitching, I'm also closing that hole that I left to turn the pocket through. If you wanted to machine stitch this hole closed, you would see the stitching again and it wouldn't match the whole pocket. So that's why I leave it on the side, because I know I'm going to have to hand sew across that side anyway. If you'd have left it up in this top piece where we leave open and we don't stitch to the quilt, then you would have to go along and either hand stitch that closed or machine closed. So rather than double doing, I do it all in one go and close it and stitch it onto the quilt as I go. Alright, and that's how you attach your pocket to your quilt.